Hi there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and in this video I'm going to show you what I did with my Soft Pastels assortment. Now, the Soft Pastels are from Stampin Up, and I'll show you the colors of it. Now, mine's an old pack, so one of my colors, this one, is obsolete. It's mango something, mango melody, I don't know, whatever it is. But so if you buy the Stampin Up pastels now, this one would be Flirty Flamingo, which I might buy another pack just so I can get that Flirty Flamingo. But the pastels last like forever, so we'll see what happens. The colors in the pack, though, are Daffodil Delight, this would be Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Granny Apple Green, Mossy Meadow, Coastal Cabana, Gorgeous Grape, and shoot, what's that last one? Night of Navy. There we go. And then Patty Bennett showed me, or I took a tip from Patty Bennett, and I just put a tab here on the end. This doesn't come like this. See how I put that tab down there? But then it's just easier to get them out. So if you get the pastels and you're struggling trying to get them in and out of this little sleeve thing, I suggest a little tab down here to pull. But there you go. There's the Soft Pastels. So let me show you, first of all, what stamp sets I'm going to use. I'm going to start with, here we go, Nature Symphony. We're not even going to use any dies today, so we're going to just stamp this big leaf here from the Nature Symphony. And then I found out, I discovered at Stampin' Up's last class, that the Sending Salutation stamp set coordinates with these classic label mix and match labels or whatever. So I'm going to use that as my sentiment on my card today. So easy peasy, no die cutting, it's all cut for me. Let me show you what the card's going to kind of look like. Now, this was my practice card, and it's a fancy fold. We're not going to do that today. We're going to do a simple card, but I just grabbed something out of my scrap drawer, and it happened to be a fancy fold, so that's how I made that card. But we're going to change it up, and we're going to make it in, oh goodness, Gorgeous Grape, Coastal Cabana, and Granny Apple Green. Okay, so the first thing I'll tell you, my card size. Although if you miss the card sizes here, or the cardstock sizes, you can go to my gallery, becreativewithkathy.com. If you're on YouTube, you'll see the link below to get to my gallery. Otherwise, you can go there, like I said, becreativewithkathy.com. Okay, Gorgeous Grape, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Just your basic card base, half sheet of cardstock. We're going to just go ahead and fold that over and get that ready. And then I have a piece here of Coastal Cabana, and that is just 5 1/4 by 4, so it layers there nicely. And then my basic white is a little bit bigger. I know it's 3 3/4, but it's by 5 1/2, and that's because we're going to cut that down later. And then this is a 1/2 inch scrap. Now, this is when you cut this down from your full sheet, you always have these little 1/2 inch scraps, and they're perfect to hang onto for something like this. So let's go ahead and create the front of our card first. So let me grab, here it is, that great big leaf stamp. Look how loved mine is, it's all stained. I love a stained stamp, that just means you've been using it. Okay, and I have my pastels. What am I looking for? Scratch paper. I want to put something under here because we're going to go off the edges. There, that's what I was looking for. Versamark ink, and I'm going to ink up my big leaf very well. Maybe it's a branch. I guess it's a branch. I'm just looking at the leaves. I'm going to try to stamp that branch off the edge because I don't want that on my card. Okay, so I'm going to just start. Let's go. Now, this is a clear sticky ink, so you probably won't be able to see what I'm doing, but I'll kind of see the shine on there, and I'm going to try to just place it. So most of the leaves of the branch, there, I got it right that time, are on my white cardstock. Peel it off. Now I can see by a shine on my paper, maybe, where those leaves are, and I'm going to ink it up again and then stamp it on the other corner. And this way it'll cover pretty much most of that basic white here that I've cut. Okay, nice and inked up. Where is my leaf stamp from before? Hang on, I gotta, well, I'm having trouble seeing too today. Maybe it's not even on there. I don't know, let's just stamp it right here and hope that I didn't overlap them. But if I did overlap them just a little bit, I can use that scrap to cover up the center where they overlap. Okay, so here's the test to see. I'm going to put that aside so I don't put my hand in it, whether I actually got some ink on there, because I can't see it at all, and usually you can see that shine. Oh well. Okay, I'm going to start with my gorgeous grape pastel, and I like to take it. Now I haven't used this one yet, so it doesn't, well, it has a little bit of a flat edge. Can you see? No, let's make it a, let's give it a flat edge just to kind of get it started. There we go. Now can you kind of see that flat? Maybe not. Oh well. That's what I'm going to color here on the bottom. And you know, I'm going to get a Post-it note, and this is going to be what I call a finger protector, and that way I won't get my icky fingers on my clean white paper. But I'm going to just take it down here with that flat edge and just kind of, I'm not applying a lot of pressure, but enough to get the color down. And now you can kind of start to see, careful on the edges so you don't bend your paper. A little bit here, yeah. And just something like that, okay? Then I'm going to take my cardstock here and I'm going to tap it to get rid of that color. I don't want that to go into the next color. A little harder. There we go. And then I think the next color I'm going to come in is with that Coastal Cabana. Let's see, I'm going to set this one up, find a cleaner place on my paper here. There, this one got a nice edge. If you can see that little edge there, get my finger protector here. And I'm going to just color and you can kind of see those leaves starting to come through. Now I'm going to take this and this, I'm going to tap it on here, and then I'm going to dump this in the trash real quick. Although if you wanted to, you could try and kind of hang on to those little shavings, because you could use those with your dauber, you could use those with your Wink Stella, there we go, I couldn't think of it, and pick that up and then color another project with it. But trust me, you have so much pastel, I don't think you need to worry about it. Okay, this is the Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to just kind of color down here, kind of blend those two colors together, and just get this edge here. And you can kind of see those leaves popping through. Okay, let me put my colors back. I think I'm going to try to get it. Nope, this one goes here. Not that it really matters, but can you see how they just pop back in to that little foam thing? Okay, I'm going to take a tissue here, wipe my fingers, holding on to my finger protector. I forgot to tap that into the trash, so it's going to be a big mess with that Granny Apple Green. But now, let's tap it in there now. There we go. Now we don't have quite the mess we did. But now that I'm tapping or taking a soft tissue, a rag would work. I even think the tissue has just a little bit of texture to it, so it takes that off even better. And we'll just keep going down here. And look how pretty that is. Now the pastel, I didn't want to do that. Bent my cardstock. Doggone it. And really my fingers aren't near as bad as you would think they would be with the pastels. If we were working with ink, this might have been a big mess, but with the pastels, it doesn't make too bad of a mess. There we go. And now look how pretty. Let me tap this in the trash. I'm going to throw away my finger protector, and then let me clean my glass mat here a little bit so my work surface doesn't have all those, whatever those are on there. Okay, so really I wished I would have got this one a little bit more over here, but as that, I think it looks really pretty. Can you see how those leaves really show up on there with all the different colors in the background? Okay, let's go ahead and take this now. Oh, no, now we need to trim it down to size. So I'm going to take this, and because I want that purple on the inside of my card, well, except the green is pretty. No, we're going to do the green on the inside of the card because I want this to be 5 inches. And this way it's more like they're more, I don't know, even. Is that the word I'm looking for? Oh, and you know what I forgot to cut? that I might cut really quick. Let me see if I have any pre-cut. I do have pre-cut already. Hang on a second. For the inside of my card, I need a white that's 5 1/4 by 4. That's what I'm going to put this on real quick. So we just take this piece, and this is going to decorate the in. Oh, and I got ahead of myself. I do not want to do that yet. Doggone it. Let's bring that scratch paper in. On this piece, I'm going to stamp instead of, now I could do the same process with this piece, but I like a nice white inside. So then I'm going to just take that stamp that we use the Versamark in. And now I know it has Versamark on it, but Versamark is a sticky stamp, and so it won't hurt your ink pad if you just go ahead and stamp over that Versamark. And I'm going to kind of do this corner like this. And like I said, this is the inside of our card. There we go. And then grab my chamois. Now I have to clean it because I'm going to put it into Coastal Cabana, which is a lighter ink or just a different ink. And I don't want that gorgeous grape on my Coastal Cabana ink pad. So we'll just ink that one up. Okay, put that away. Put this away. And then in this corner, I'm going to just bring in those two colors. And that'd be pretty with that green at the bottom. That'd tie all my colors into my inside of my card. Okay, this already has adhesive on it. We'll just set this down. Oh, and look, never mind, because this is 3. Well, you know, what if we centered it here? That's not centered. Maybe this was a bad idea. You know what? I'm going to just leave it off. It's not going to make it. I forgot that it's 3 3/4 on the front and 4 inches on the outside. Well, inside, backwards, whatever. So I'm not going to use that one. Okay, let's go ahead and attach this to the front. And which way do we want it? Do we want it to go this way, or do we want it to go this way? I think we want the purple or the dark color at the bottom. Look at this, right on here. And now those pastels, really now that I wiped it clean, aren't really even coming off on my fingers at all. And then we're going to take this piece and lay it across here. This. I'm going to line it up with this side, and then I'll just trim it off of this side. Take my paper snips and just trim it down so it looks like that. And then let's attach this to the front of our card. And there we go, just like that. This piece looks crooked. Nope, it's not crooked. Let's go ahead and put this on the inside. I'm going to wipe my mat. I don't want any of that color, although I've already turned it over on the inside. That, ooh, no smears. I'm going to put those at the top, like this. So now all we need on our card is a greeting and a little bit of embellishment. So again, I told you about this stamp set, like this one. We're done with that one. And these classic labels. So let's pick a label to go on the front and on the inside of our card. And you could see these, I think, are going to be very popular in my stamp room because they come as tags. Can you see the little hole up there to put the ribbon through? You can punch that out like this. Oh, maybe you can. Well, you probably can, I can't. There we go, so it looks like that. So there's tags, and then there's labels. Now the labels like this, these are stickers, so you can just put those right on there, no adhesive needed. If you want to do the label, the tag with dimensionals, then all you have to do is don't take the backing off, and you can use it with dimensionals too, which I think I'm going to do today. So let's find, how does that one look? Let's see what this one would look on the inside. I want to stamp this that says, drum roll. I have two choices what I'm trying to, thank you so much for your friendship. And then on the inside, I want to stamp with, I don't know what I would do without you. I think those two together is what I want to stamp on my card. So let's grab the stamp here. I've already got it on a block, so that's cheater. And see how it would look. I think it would look fine there. And then we can add some bling on there. Or is there one that's better? Let's look a little bit more. I've used a bunch of them. Do we want to use a tag instead? No, what about this label? I think this is the label I used on the last one too. I don't know where that card went. Let's use this label here. That's pretty cute. Let's not use that one. Okay, but we can't put our labels away, and I did, darn it. I think I'm going to take this long one here. Let's see if our stamp will fit on there, which yes it will, because that's its coordinated, all fit together. We'll punch that out too. And we'll stamp on those two. Now I like my greeting in a dark color, so I'm going to use that grape color, that gorgeous grape, to stamp. I'm going to bring it down here so I can see better. Hopefully you can still see too. Ink my stamp up really good, and then come down here. Hope my head don't get in the camera, but sometimes it's necessary. I'll just stamp it. I'm going to hold it on there for a few seconds, let the ink sink into the paper, and look how pretty. Ooh, good job, Kathy. Well, thank you. Okay, now we'll bring this one, and we're going to stamp this one, the one that says, I don't know what I'd do without you. And I'm going to stamp that on that long, skinny label. Down here, try to get it straight. I'm just using the grid on my glass mat to get it straight, and then it makes it a little bit easier. We'll stamp that one down. Let's see how I did with that one. Oh, pretty good stamping. Must be a stamping day. I should have stamped all day long today. Okay, let's go ahead and attach these to our card. So first one, this one, I'm going to go ahead and peel off that sticker. And it has a break in the backing here in the center, which makes it pretty easy to get those backs off, which is nice. As I say that, and then there we go. Very easy. Now the reason I stamped my leaves at the top, and I'm using the sticker for the inside, is now I can put my greeting right there, and it really stands out with that stamping in the back. Pretty good, huh? I'm being careful because sometimes those darker colors take longer to dry, and I don't want to smudge my inside. But look how pretty that is. I think it's beautiful. Okay, let's do this one now. This one, though, I think I want to pop it up on dimensionals. I do. So I'm going to just take the dimensionals. This has a sticker on the back, right? But I'm not going to take those stickers off. I'm going to just put my dimensionals right over it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Counted so my dimensionals are even, and I'm just using the sides. Don't have much of that sheet left. And you know what? This one was already cut down, so he's going to be in 2 pieces, but that's okay. Okay, we have our dimensionals on there. So this is really a simple card, very male friendly, as in male as in post office box, not men. Well, could be for a man. I think it's really pretty. I'm going to line this up so it's centered there on that 1/2 inch strip of cardstock. Pretty, right? Now we need some embellishments, and I'd like to put them right there. And I brought out a few trying to decide before what went with these colors. My last card, let me bring that back in so you can see. Well, I'm never going to find it. Oh no, here he is. This card, and I used these little hexagons, which I thought those might look nice, but I think I'm going to go with something more like the butterflies. Nope, not those either, or these white pearls. So this is the cool thing about Stampin' Up's embellishments. They come on these clear sheets, so you can even take it like this, tuck your card underneath there, and see, oh yeah, see, don't you think those would look really pretty right there? That's what we're going to do. We're going to go with a big white one kind of in the center here. Does that look centered? I think I did pretty good. And then I'm going to put 2 little ones to the left and to the right. And I see that, whoop, that one's not in the center at all. That looks better. Let's move this one over right there. Yes. And look how pretty that is, just like that. And I love how the inside with that label over the stamping looks really, I don't know, it just makes that the sentiment there really pop. Okay, so that's what I did this time with my soft pastels. Let me show you a couple other cards that I did, just so you have some more ideas. And I only have 2 more, so it won't take long. So there's those 2, Versamark, and then I colored over it. I did the same thing with this card. I Versamarked my flowers and stamped them and then colored over them, and with my leaves, and then I just die cut them out, and I made a slimline card like that. I did take a little bit, when it's upside down it goes this way, I did take a little Wink of Stella and colored the inside here. Can you see that shimmer on there? And it didn't seem to change the yellow or the red. Well, it does now, but this one, these 2, to me, it just got darker, and this one, it almost changed the shade of color. But isn't that pretty with that soft coloring on those flowers? And then the last one I did was like this. Now this one, I just took it with the embossing folder and ran it through that daisy, and then I just colored with the pastel. Can you see the difference with the light green here and the yellow here? And then I used a little bit of Poppy Parade in the centers, and as I did a color, then I would just wipe it clean, and you get those really soft, pretty colors on that embossing folder. This one, I even took the pastels with the dauber, because what I do with mine is I have a dauber for every color of my Poppin' Pastels, and I just leave them in a baggie like this, and then I can use them quick at hand. But I even sponged or daubered a little bit of color around that tag. So that's what I did with that one. Very simple, not very fancy. To me, I should have put the orange strip here under the linen, or the, yeah, linen thread. I might still do that. I might take a piece of Poppy Parade and put it under. But anyway, the technique is what I wanted to show you, and I just colored directly onto that embossing folder like that. So make sure you get the raised edges, and then when you smooth it out, it kind of colors those other colors with the pastels. Alrighty, so there's my cards today. Let me know. I guess I got to decide if I want to get the new pastels that have that really flirty flamingo color rather than this mango, and then I'd have, I think, even prettier colors. But there you go. That's what I have for you today. If you have any questions, be sure and let me know. Again, give me some time and I'll put all my measurements on my gallery, BeCreativeWithKathy.com. Hi, Rodney. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys here back next Monday about 2 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.